parts of the mind which belongs to the Sukshma body. We are going to see a little more information. Buddhi is the part of the mind which is being used in the modern time very much. Now, how does it act? This act, we use the Buddhi by learning through books, these days with internet, by hearing information from others. In the olden days, they have used this kind of source from gurus to guru. We call it Guru Parampara. And then the third part is the feeling part. That is what we are trying to get more knowledge here in meditation. You feel yourself. So when you feel something, you definitely are not going to argue with anybody because you know that that's what it is. So that is another important part of the Buddhi. So here in Siddha's techniques, particularly Baba's Kriya Yoga, we really transcend our thought through this mantra, through this meditation, and we feel who we are. The ecstatic, happy state, peaceful state is our real nature. Normally, we are not like this because we have imprints on the top of the soul, and we also have so many other thoughts which are the bubble on the top of the top layer, as I explained to you before during the instructions of meditation. So the three parts by learning, through hearing, reading, as well as experiencing. The experiencing part is very important. We are using that in our meditation techniques, which is a little different from other kind of meditation. Siddha meditation is much more realizing ourselves what we are, and realizing and experiencing what we are studying, what we are hearing from the Siddha's knowledge in terms of their poems, in terms of their explanations as a paribhasha, as a double meaning words. Now that is Buddhi. Now Siththam is the part of the mind which is a very important part, because that is one of the parts which is not developed by our modern world, because we are focusing more on this learning, on this hearing, on this bookish knowledge, and also the things we heard from our parents and forefathers. Some of them may be right, not all of them, because we have been conditioned in a certain way. Now Siththam is a place where we think. In Tamil we call Sindhikinkiran, means the thinking power. Thinking deep is the process by which we get most of the knowledge. In fact, there is a Tamil word called Chitrambalam. Chitrambalam is nothing but Chittam. Chitrambalam is Chittam. In fact, there are some lot of poems in by Tamil Suttas. They say Shiva himself, Lord Shiva himself resides in Siththam. Sivan irukkumidame Siththam. They say that. And your creative intelligence, any of the creativity among people, those who are more creative, create new things, that also come from this Siththam part. So the more and more you meditate, this part of the mind is also developed. You get more creative also. When my own personal experience, when I was in the Maharishi International University, where I meditate every day, morning and evening, I have seen many directors, many people coming from Hollywood come and meditate and work, because some of them even give lectures that really give them a lot of creativity for them. Many of them have demonstrated that. And the creativity which we are talking about is something related to the creation itself. The sense that the whole universe, I know, all of you know that is balanced by gravitational force, and we all know it is made of 5 elements. We all know there is a balance act going on. some kind of rules and laws functioning all over the universe. We call that creative intelligence. And this creative intelligence is part of us also. That is the one which makes us create new things. So the place for that creativity is Siththam, the second part we are talking about. In fact, one of the famous poet, Avaya says, Siththatilulle Sivalingam Kaatti. Siththatilulle Sivalingam Kaatti. So a place where you can really realize yourself, Shiva Linga is Siththam. So Siththam has to be developed for spiritual seekers. And most of the siddhis, we call siddhis for many of the saints in Siddharth, the siddhi happens to them by developing the Siththam part of the mind. Because this is the part of the mind which makes decisions. I already explained to you. Siththam is the one which makes the decisions. So Siththam is a very, very important part of the mind, which is in the Sukshma body. And that we have to develop through our meditation and through introspection. Now the Ahankar is, let me talk about Manas before that. Manas and then Ahankar. Manas is the place where all your imprints are there, your past imprints, past life imprints, your past imprints of this life, as well as the present day imprints, even the one you had a week before, 2 weeks before, all the imprints are there. In most of the literature, they call Prarabdha Karma, Sanchita Karma for all the imprints. Prarabdha Karma for the present day imprints, Sanchita Karma for the past life imprints. All of these act on us. We also have the imprints of the life we had before, as animals and plants also. It's very difficult to believe that it has been, even in biological evolution, we have some of the features of animals, we have some of the genes of animals. In fact, recent research shows about 99 to 95% of our genes are very, very similar to some of the insects. Some of the insects and animals, and other animals very close to us, only 5% different. So even with that basis, Siddhas say we carry a lot of the imprints during the evolution as non-humans, and they call it our gunangal, 6 characters. We develop them. In Sanskrit they say Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Madam, Macharya. In Tamil we say Perasai, Sinam, Kadumpatru, Virudadu Manapanai, Padova. That means desire. You always have something to say. You want to get something. Get anger. If you don't get it, you get angry. Or if somebody doesn't agree with us, you get anger. We have a tendency to keep it to ourselves. Everything for me. These are all qualities of animal nature. This doesn't belong to us. These are all qualities of animal nature because these characters were necessary when we were animals because of the survival. We need to survive these qualities, so it is still there. And also thinking that I am bigger, you are bigger, I am not equal to somebody. That kind of thinking what we have. This is not our human quality. This is also animal nature. It came from the evolutionary process. Even the quality of showing off. I want to show them bigger than the other person. I have to be bigger, otherwise you are not satisfied. Even that quality comes from animal nature also. That is part of the Sukshma body again. So Siddhas have devised some techniques by which we can deal with them. We are going to study them lesson by lesson. How we can deal with them, how we can deal with the desires, how we can deal with anger, how we can deal with some of these qualities of complexes, superiority complexes, inferiority complexes. You can see even among races, some races think they are superior, some races think they are inferior. All these are animal qualities. Many people have completely sacrificed their life for this kind of animal characteristics. And so that's why you have to transcend all these qualities. Unless you transcend all of these, you're not going to evolve spiritually. That's very, very important. Because Siththam is not going to develop with this kind of mind. Mind has to take care of all these properties. Now, what is the effect of meditation? You more and more meditate, more and more you go deep into yourself, some of these qualities will go automatically. Because that's not part of you. That's not your real nature. Because you're transcending all the imprints every day. Transcending. That becomes part of your nature. Whatever you go to the deepest level, whatever you feel, you're happy or peaceful, that becomes part of you after a while. So all these characters will be funny for you. I'm not getting so much desire. I'm not getting angry. In fact, you can even feel to a level that you are real abnormal suddenly. Even though there is right nature, sometimes you feel you are somewhat different from other people because you're not getting that so much desire for certain thing. And same in some places where people are getting angry, you're not getting angry by your nature. So these are all good characters you should really know how to identify. So some of these qualities in your Sukshma body, you need to realize something. Okay, that is manas. Manas having all these different animal qualities as well as the qualities of the human nature, which is complete peacefulness, complete equality, and understanding and accepting everybody. Those are all coming from the clear mind, which doesn't have any imprints, which is at the bottommost part of your soul. The third thing, the fourth thing rather, is Ahankaram. Some people may get confused with the Ahankaram. Somebody has Ahankaram. That is not the same thing. Ahankar is actually the quality of energy, quality of energy to finish something. There is a saying in one of the Sanskrit verses when they talk about mother they call it Lalita Shaksham, I think. They say Hinkara, Omkara, Ankara Shakti. Ankara Shakti is also part of the our own mind. Ankara Shakti is the one which really makes something done. If you plan something, you have to do it, you get all your energy and make sure that what is done with all the energy. That is Ankara brain. Ankaram is using your energy level to the highest and try to finish something. So with your five senses, the information is given to manas first. And from the manas, the buddhi is going to analyze and take it. And the Siththam is the one who is going to make the decisions. And then the Ahankar is going to make sure that work is done. Okay, so these are the four different parts of the mind. That is why in Tirukkural they say, Idanai Idanal Mudikkum Endra in the Adanai Ahankaram. There's a point like that. So there are some people who have energy to finish everything. Even though you know certain thing, you cannot do that particular action. Some other guy can really do it. So this part, Ahankaram, is also very important for our mind. It has to develop. So meditation helps in all these ways. The more and more you meditate, more and more you have more confidence also. More confident you can handle yourself, more confident you can finish certain things. Now meditation also helps you're going to think in certain ways which is in parallel with the universal law. It's very difficult to explain this concept, but once you meditate, you are going to come to a level where you are not going to take decisions which is against nature. Say for example, you feel like you will never feel like discriminating somebody because of meditation. Because at that level, everything is same thing. Everything is same, everybody is same. And if you take a decision, you will take a decision the right way. And the nature will also help you to achieve that faster. So more and more meditation, you are going to purify your Sukshma body, which has your mind, which has your emotions, and which has your most of the decisions what you're making. Okay? From your thought comes your actions. A word rather, from your thought, your word comes, and from the word your action comes out. So for everything your thought is the main thing, and you are touching the bottom of the place where the thought itself is coming from. So that is the basis of meditation, Siddha meditation. Okay, we know there are different kinds. Here, in our kind of meditation explanation, we not only learn to meditate, we also learn where we are going, how we are getting the benefit, how we can increase the benefit also. Okay. So in the next class we are going to talk about more on the Karana body. Karana body that involves all the chakras, and before that we have to mention a little bit on the pranic energy, or the Karya body also. Karya body is nothing but your breath and your 72,000 nadis. I don't know how many of you noticed, the Siddhas have even counted the number of breaths. They have said every day we are breathing about, normal breathing is 21,600 times. Normal breathing, 21,600 times. And this 21,600 times when you breathe, the energy goes to all the 72,000 nadis in our body. And each time you breathe, normal breathing, you are taking about, when you breathe in, you're taking about 8 inches of the air, 8 inches of the air inside. They have measured this, they have said in the points. Then when you breathe out normally, when you breathe out, you are doing 12 inches of breath outside. The difference is 4 inches there. When you breathe in, you're taking 8 inches. When you breathe out, you're doing 12 inches. So you're losing 4 inches of breath there. So the 4 inches is, I'll be explaining to you much more in the next part of the cardio body. But this 4 inches we are losing. That is the reason why our body is losing energy. That is why we are going through the aging process. Makes sense. If you really look very carefully when we after meditation, our breathing gets very slow. It's not faster, and it's also very minute. So there are Siddha's devices and techniques by which our breathing is being controlled. That's the Kari body. The Kari body will explain, and then we will also talk about the link between the Karya body, Karana body, and the Sukshma.